bro. Oh,
You're not going to be able to see me for most of the pod. It's okay. Look how handsome you look. Wow, he's got his Shabbos uniform. Hold on, I'm going to turn on this
listen,
light here.
I don't have
I'll
a
turn off
second
the
to
light.
breathe.
You have a second to breathe. Okay, that's perfect.
I
Well,
didn't have a second to breathe.
it's not a problem. You look great. You look ready and prepped. I think it's our first pod that we're doing
There we
together in
go.
4 years since this started. I think the
3 years.
first
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
podcast ever was with me, you, and Oren Glickman. And because
Oh, baby, that's right.
Yeah, and because you have a life and I don't have a life, I continue doing this every week. And you had kids and the family and all that good stuff. And I just kept doing this,
Yeah,
which is
well,
great.
I don't know if this league would be running as smooth without you. You're a legend for
Oh,
this every week.
you're the man. So, okay, so really fun. We put Avi Baron put together a top 50, a little background for everyone who's watching. And sorry that I'm shirtless, but it is what it is. But Avi Baron put a top 50, and you had your ideas on what it should look like, and you wanted to come on and talk about it and discuss. And so, what we've done together is that you, I, and Baron have put our own top 50 for this season. And I put it together on a list. And we're going to talk about it. And I want to go over kind of what I think the top 50 should qualify, and you could cut me up at any time, but I think similar to the trade value with Simmons, this should be like if Team A offered Team B a straight up trade, which doesn't exist in the league, who's thinking about it longer? That should take it into consideration. And I also think that, like, in my opinion, and you could disagree with me, I think effectiveness this season should also be a matter. So someone who's been like historically good but not good this year, or flip, like it shouldn't matter, or someone who's been historically bad but good this year, also on the flip. So someone example would be like Mizell's, who last season came off the bench, but this season is really good, ranked pretty high here. And then on a flip, like let's just say Ariel Friedman, who hasn't played this season.
Justin Holt, guy
Now
like
I'm like
Justin Holt.
Justin Ho, we're gonna get there and we're gonna see it. So that's this isn't also like just to preface. So that's how it is. I just read the rules. Avi Baron showed up late. All good. We're gonna jump. We're gonna jump right to the list. He looks good. Look at these two guys who look so handsome. It's great. I love it. All right, so I'm gonna share my
Yeah,
screen.
yeah. Lower the camera, Jack. A little lower.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I don't think. I don't think nobody wants to see any of that. All right.
You got
So
your beer
we're
at
gonna
least?
start off.
Are we chilling? What are we doing here?
My
I
We're
got,
beer.
I
starting.
got.
Baron, you already missed the chillin'. We already did the introduction.
All right, I'm just saying I got my rosé, so I'm good.
It is good to go. Beautiful. We're ready. So Avi and I did the knocking on the door. Heidemann hasn't done it, but it's not a problem. So we got knocking on the door. These will be like 50 to 60. So we both have Jay Greenberg. Um, excellent point guard, excellent defender. Team is doing pretty good. Two and four can end 3-5. That's a good season. It's not a bad season. It's middle of the road. Avi Baron, we both have you. We have Sulamanov. Number four of knocking on the door. I have Noam Benemy. I don't have him in my top 50. He's obviously one of the best defensive rebounding centers in the league. Um, definitely a good player to have on your team. You have Klesnik. I have him a little bit higher, and you have him here on knocking
So
on the
mine,
door.
mine knocking on the door, or I called it bubble, was it
You
was
have
like
on the
not
bubble
really.
also.
I think I just had bubble,
No, you
but
had
I mean,
both.
this is. Oh, did I had both?
I copied your list verbatim onto this list.
I in my PDF I have top 50, and then I have 10 on the bubble. That's what I have on my PDF.
I copied and pasted. So you have
No,
10, right? So you have
I think
knocking on the
I
door.
think
That this
maybe,
is
yeah.
listen, just listen. You have you,
What's
you listed them differently, but here it is how it looks. And then I have Noam Block, number five, and you have Noam Benemy. Oh, you also have him on the bottom. On the bubble for us, we have Justin Hode, historically great, hasn't showed up to every game, and the team is struggling. And so for that, it's going to be there. I have Yoni Drazen on the bubble. We're going to get to him. Josh Klein. I'm rushing through these. Is there any stop me at any point? Anybody
I
you
mean,
could stop me.
all of these I agree with. All on the bubble guys. I want to take a look at my PDF or my spreadsheet, but I think it's on
Your
my
sheet's on here.
work
It's put in.
computer.
Josh Klein, I have at number 3. You look a really great shooter, really great player. But we're talking now 50 to 60. You know, he's now we're past that. Dube would be higher, I think, but the injury, you got to put it into effect. We have Daniel Malko. We both have Moshe Kelson, and I added Isaac Strulowitz as an on the bubble guy who's having a really good season and is a serviceable big man. And big men are so rare in this league that you gotta keep him on the list. So now we're gonna go to tier 5. Per Heidi's request is to break
Yeah.
these down. So effective game swingers, effective game changers. So I have Burry Klein. Avi, you have Yoni Drazen, and Heidi, you have Burry Klein.
Yoni Drazen. Hold on. Let's just pause. Where do I have Yoni Drazen? Because Avi's got him here. Because I know I got him much
You
higher.
have him really high. You
I
have
got
him
him really
really
high.
high. You
Where
have
do I
him at
have him?
around top 20.
Yeah, makes sense.
And
Sorry about the
so,
fireworks in the background. Yeah.
no, you're good. I
Oh,
can't see
how's
it.
my list?
This is your list, Avi.
No, I found it.
So
found it.
Burry
Avi,
Klein,
I found it.
where's the
I'm
lack
good.
of respect for Yoni Drazen? Or rather, let me just give the flowers to him.
No, this is what it is with Yoni Drazen. For me, he kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I just didn't know him beforehand. All I knew is that he was in class with Jack. That's literally all I knew about him.
Ari Drazen was
Um,
impressing me.
oh yeah, fine. So his brother. Um, and I was just looking at the Bendheims the whole time for the first half of the season, and then I started noticing who's the one who's scoring, who's the one who's able to get 2 feet in the paint. This guy's getting deep into the paint, 2 feet, playing off 2 feet, can finish both hands, really making difficult shots, has a solid three, but really is more of an attacker and slasher, which is why he's getting this respect to be on the top 50. I mean, listen, I don't know where he was
You have him
drafted. I
much
think
higher. Let's hear Heidi's take on Yoni
I
Drazen.
Switched it up.
sure.
That guy's a tough guy to go. Am I speaking?
You're good. Go ahead.
It's
You're
going
getting cut. Yeah,
in
it's
my,
in and out,
my
in and
AirPods.
out.
Sorry. That guy was maybe the toughest guy I've guarded so far this season in terms of size, shooting. That's a guard with big shoulders. He put up, I don't know, 20
Yeah.
plus, probably 25 points on us. He beat us, and he's the Timberwolves. That me and Jack had a bet on that game. He's the only reason they won that game. That guy is one of the toughest guys I guarded this season. Maybe the toughest so far in terms of pure has it all a little bit of everything.
So
I
I'm
give
gonna
him
get a
his mad
chance.
respect.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna get a chance to see him this week when we play him. I have him. I think I have him on the bubble. I think that
Wow.
team. I wouldn't. I think the reason is A, lack of exposure that I have to him, but also B, that team has a lot of good pieces. And for someone to be top 20, if one of our top 20 guys had the pieces that the Timberwolves have, which is all this length and size and cutting and defense, like that would result to more that would just be they're at 2-4, they're gonna add 2-5, they're gonna end up 2-6. I don't know if I could give him top 20, but he certainly belongs top 50. Sure. I mean, I'll give that to him. Maybe even
By the way,
top
for the
40.
same reason that you got him in the bubble might be the same reason why I got him top 20. I don't have any exposure to him other than this one game, which is not the case for most players in this league. I've seen him once, guarded him once. It was just this past week. I got a fresh memory of him. And maybe he just had the best game of his entire life. But I saw
He
the
did look
footwork, I
really
saw
good
the
that
body
game.
use,
He looked
He
great.
looked good.
I
He
saw the
earned himself on
finishing,
the
left
list.
hand, right hand, dribbling,
Yeah.
passing. Yeah,
It
he
was
earned
also for
himself on
that
my
game
list for sure.
why he got to top 50, but for top 20, I mean, if you look at the guys in my top 20,
We're gonna get there.
I don't know who you're bumping out for him.
Let's keep it
So
moving. So
yeah.
49, I have Josh Chestnut, effective game swingers. So we all know that Burry Klein can affect games with his rebounding, his defense, his leadership. Josh Chestnut, I have
And
at
his GM
49.
ability. Don't forget about his ability to be a general manager.
the best in the business.
Yeah.
And Chesner, I have him at 49. Long arms, very good shooter, left-handed, could defend, could play D. I don't give him a lot of flowers usually. I don't know why, but I should. He's a good player. Avi, you have Burry Klein, so we're like 40, 50. We have Burry Klein all in the same area, 50, which is good. And Heidi has Ike Pariser. Pariser's having a good season, really the engine behind that Grizzlies team. Um, when we went into playing them, our idea was we have to take Ike out of the game because I think Ike is the point that gets everybody the ball, especially if Malka's not playing. So, any discussion here with any of these guys?
I'll just say that similar to what you said at the introduction, Jack, that I mean, there's a couple ways to formulate this list for each person, and there's a lot of benchmarks, qualifications. But number one on my list, as I mentioned to you before the pod, is how difficult or scary it is to guard any individual player here. Even if they're not putting up 20 points a game, even if they're not, getting an all-star season this season, if on any given play, I'm like, shoot, I don't want to be guarding this guy right now, or this guy's probably going to score on me. I'm tough. I'm scared of this guy a little bit. That's how I rank them high.
That's how you rank.
Amazing player. I don't want to speak negative, but I'm not. If I'm guarding him, I go, this is not a more difficult assignment for me.
That's
That's
fair.
fine for me.
And that's what we got. So
Yeah.
we got 40.
But that's only for guards. What about for bigs?
I know. So I said it doesn't apply yet to the bigs, at least for me. But I'm even putting myself as if I were a big. If I'm Jack Terrell, how scared am I to guard Yehuda Gutman? For example, like that. Probably not that scared, but
I mean,
just
I'd
an
rather
example.
guard Gabe Sklar than
I don't think Jack wants to guard
for,
Gutman. I don't think he wants to bang like that.
Yeah, no, I think it's a different.
Well,
I
yeah,
hear where
it's a
Heidi's
body,
coming.
but you're not
More
so
like,
scared of him schooling you and scoring on you. Yeah, you don't want to go, wrestle with him in the paint. That's annoying.
That's what he does.
You're not
Though.
so
That's
scared.
his thing. That's his thing. He's not trying to school you. He's trying to be bigger than you.
I would rather guard Jack Reinhart or let's take that away. I would rather guard Gabe Sklar than Yehuda Gutman, but at the same time, I have Gabe Sklar over Yehuda Gutman. I hear what Heidi's saying in a sense that your fear of this player going into the game, not only just guarding him, but affecting the game, preventing your team from getting to what they need to do, whether it's a guy who plays both sides of the ball. The fear that he injects, so Jack Reinhart, we'll get to him. We all have him really high. He's not someone necessarily that's gonna score 30 points or gonna get 18 rebounds, but he is someone that's gonna control the pace, make every right play. His teams are always successful, get a bunch of steals, a bunch of blocks, have a great scheme. And for that, being this complete basketball player, he is ranked really high, and he's a person that puts fear into people for that reason, not necessarily for any for a typical intangible skill. And so I understand where Heidi's coming on that.
Yeah.
We got Avi Bernstein, Matt Reinhart at 48. Bernstein's a great player, great shooter, drives the lane. I think Avi and I base my list off of Avi, so there's going to be moments that look very close. Matty could be one of the 5 best.
You got to think for yourself, Jack. You can't just be. I can't be a crutch for you this time. You gotta think for yourself a bit.
Not a crutch for me. I just looked at your list. You listed out 50 guys. I added guys and I removed guys, and then I moved my guys.
You added?
We are. We both agree that Avi Bernstein's the 48th best player in this league.
Yeah, I mean, he jumped onto the scene last year on your team through a little bit of intel from my brother who knew him from Frisch and gave us that idea. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play on your team, but you were able to pick him up pretty late, which is great for your team. And just a monster in transition and a great defender, great hands. Has a solid
shooter.
shot. Just like that nice hustle player, strong defender that everyone always coveted.
Well, he's also a scorer.
Yeah, disclaimer, in case Avi is watching this, I don't know Avi, by the way. Unless you tell me that I do, and I'm just not thinking about him. So I didn't have him on my list just because I don't know.
Unless you remember Jack's team or you watched the Cavs play at all.
No, Heidemann was injured last year, and he's in the West this year.
Okay.
He wouldn't watch the Cavs. Matt Reinhart, one of the 5 best defenders in the league, grade 3 and D guy. Matty Iguodala, one of my favorite guys. 47. All right, so this is an example of where I had this as like necessarily what's it look like this year, and I have Heidemann, who I believe 30 is a great ranking, and I think in preseason I had you at like 27, 28.
No,
That
you didn't, because he
unfortunately
was
No,
due to
I
coming
had
off an
record.
injury.
preseason, you
No,
had
he's
me at
coming off an
48,
injury.
and that was
We
because you thought I was out for 2 years when I was
no,
out
we
for six
ranked him
months.
way lower than 47 because
You had
we
me
were
at
saying he was
48. I
more.
remember.
We
What did I have you at
the fake 50. I'm talking about like pre-draft
What
rankings.
did I
Like
have? Where did I have him?
Oh,
I think we were
you
thinking he
had me
would
at
be a fourth rounder. That's what we were thinking.
Heidi, who? What did I
okay.
have you in the first podcast?
On the ranking. I don't know about the draft ranking,
I'm
but when
talking
you
about the
came out with it, it
draft.
was 48. 48,
I
not
had
the
you.
draft. The
I'm talking about
podcast.
the draft where we everyone was
No, Baron.
thinking
I'm
where
talking
things would
about the
shake out.
preseason. Avi, I'm talking about the preseason podcast.
Okay.
I had 48. We're at 47.
I'm
All
just
right.
saying what we were thinking because he was coming off the injury, which is fair, I think.
I'm
Very
not big.
fair.
I'm not big offensive. I think yeah, Heidi, amazing defender, one of the 3 best on-ball defenders in the league. You could argue, good player. We're gonna move Josh Chesner. We talked about. So we're looking out here. So these are games of. I think your record hurts you. I don't think it's your fault. You don't have a center, and you could easily, if your team made 3 more shots this season, and you're 5-1, you're probably looking top 25. So I think that's how close everyone is. So it's not really
Okay.
in the front.
I can't blame you for putting a lot of weight on how much a guy is carrying his team or helping his team and how well the team is. So if that's a little bit of your benchmark, I can't blame you for that. But on an individual skill level, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm higher than
I
47,
get it.
I
I'm with it.
believe.
I agree with that. I'm with you, but that's why this list for me at least, I have to like ignore where my biases are. Like you're one of my favorite players to play with, because you're great and know the game and all that. But I have to measure out like team record and all that stuff into it. Anyway, moving on. Schmoozy Rosen, 46. I got Schmoozy Rosen, phenomenal athlete. Chesner and Heidi, you got Adam Dietz, which is a good pick. He's a good player. Um, Great scorer, great shooter. I have him a little bit higher. Schmoozy, I'll talk about Schmoozy. Why don't each of us talk about the guy and why we picked him at the spot?
I'm
So
listening.
Schmoozy's a great athlete. The team I think they have 2 wins or 3 wins. He's playing well. 46 is good. Avi, why don't you talk about Ches?
Chesner is, lanky guy, got some size on a team that's doing really well. Good defender, can score a bit. Just can a little bit can do it all kind of player. Nothing too great, but just can do everything well. And I think it's an appropriate spot for him towards the end of the top 50.
Heidi, Adam Dietz.
I love Adam Dietz. Played a few seasons with him. I went to yeshiva with him. I know his game very well. I think he's a version of Matty Reinhart that you think should be Matty Reinhart. Like I think he's a better version of Matty, basically. He's a little bit thicker, a little bit tougher. I think better 3-point shooter. Matty's got a great mid-range game that he beats Adam on. I compare these two players a lot to each other, and I respect Adam's game a lot. 46, I think is perfect. He can land anywhere in the 40s for me.
Yeah, if they're all just switchable. 45. Matt Reinhardt.
Jack, you want to
I'll
run
talk.
through like a few at a time? Let's look through like 3 numbers at a time so we can kind of
Yeah,
Yeah,
compare a
I'm good
little
with
bit.
that. Let's keep it moving. I'm good with
Yeah.
that. I'm good with whatever. So we got Matt Reinhardt, Schmoozy Rosen, Josh Klein for 45, 44, Gene Martinez, Ike Pariser, Svi Motijan, and Jake Yabidi and Matt Reinhardt and Sam Benheim. So we all got Reinhardt in this area, this 50 to 40. I got Gene here, my point guard, great player, played overseas in the DR. We got 2 out of 3 Ike Parisers in this area. I mean, this would make sense. We got a Beanian, Benheim, early spot for Benheim at 43. First Benheim sighting. He's a great player. Yeah, you guys want to drop
I
anything?
would think that you would have Jake Igbinoghene a little higher than this. You've been really high on him. I was surprised to see him at 43.
Well, I mean, as an
No,
offensive talent, I think he's one of the best shooters in the league. I really wanted him to sub for us that one time, but at the
Yeah.
same time, he's pretty small, and so defensively, I have questions. And so, despite him being so good offensively, which he is, the defensive limitations combined with how good I think that Heat team is, I think he's at 43 for me right now. But he's someone that's going to be
I
better and
actually
better as we
have a
keep going.
question. Aaron's got Josh Klein here. Josh Klein, great player, great shooter. How many Nuggets do you have on this top 50?
I guess three. I guess
You
me,
got
Josh,
three.
and Isaac. Yeah, I definitely don't have anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah, keep him
Yeah.
rolling. Finally, 42. I got Ike Pariser, Gene Martinez. Avi, you have him. Heidi, you got Evan Chesner. And I got Zach Klesnik. Baron, you got
Oh, that's
Dan
high.
Israel, and Heidi you got Moskovich. So both of you had Klasnik off this list. I gotta say,
I don't
he
know
is
Cluster, by the way.
okay. So he's
Forgive me.
the fourth best player on the Wizards, who are the number one team, and I think he's the third best offensive player. He's a great guard, dribble both hands, a great shooter, and get to the rim. I think this is a total guy that I think could even be in the next category, which is a big time. No, he's a big time number two option. Like if, with the right number one, I think Klesnik could be a number two. Like I think he's really that good. But I have him at 41 for now. But one of those guys is going to get better and better. Same with Israel, and you have Moskovich a little bit higher than all of us, Heidi. But we'll
Uh,
you want to go
you mean
into that?
lower. You mean lower,
Lower, a
right?
You
little
got a
lower.
little
He's got
lower, yeah,
lower.
lower.
I don't know. I got to compare him to my to the rest of my guy. I basically took Baron's list and I asked AI. I said, help me like figure out my list. Give me like rankings. Tell me who ask me who's better than who and stuff like that. And we sort of put it together, me and AI together. I love Dave. Played with him 2 seasons ago. My last season in the summer league. He's amazing. He's the tallest guy in the league. I absolutely love him, and I have no problem putting him closer to the low 30s either. I just think, this league's got talent, and he has a small time for his size and for his presence. He's got a little bit of a hard time finishing, which is the only thing. And obviously, he can't do much outside of 5 feet beyond the hoop. So besides for that, I think that's the only thing keeping him down lower. But
All
he's
right.
he's an amazing player. He's a second round pick, I believe, second to third
No,
round
he was
Yeah,
pick.
third. He was a third round this
but
year.
he was a third, and he's a third in this
And his
draft, this
caliber,
redraft.
his
He's
caliber.
Oh yeah, caliber for sure. I mean, Tani put together a great team. As you see, four guys in the top 50 for Jack. For me, I got Klesnik off, but I mean, you can argue for him to be on the top 50 for sure. For me, I think his defense needs to come up a little bit. I mean, he's a little bit of a smaller guard, so that hurts his value. And he's more of a score first guy and less of a facilitator. So I just looked at a lot of the score first guys in the top 50 and saw if he would match up or not. And he's right there. He's right there now. Oh, I see where you see knocking on the door on my list now. But yeah, he's right there. You could make the argument. He's a fantastic offensive player. He's great.
Klesnik.
Great shooter. He could drive. Midi, like he's not really a midi guy. He's more of a floater. Yeah, he's a
But
great
can he
player.
score 20 points a game?
I don't think he can average 20 points a game in this league.
He could put up.
No,
Yeah, all right, fair
It's
enough.
tough in this league. It's tough in this league. In JBA, he could, but not in this
Right,
league because there's
fair
not
enough.
enough time. It's a 20-minute and a half. You got other guys. You got everyone who's scheming against your team. It's harder to score in this league.
I hear that. I got big time number two options. So number 40, I got Adam Dietz. I want to add on to what Heidi's saying. He's having a great season. He's finally a captain where he gets to pick his teammates around him, and he's got like the right fits. He plays a lot like Desmond Bain. Great defender, great shooter. Baron, you got a beat in. You got him higher than I do. I think that's fine. Like I don't know. These guys are
No,
all
it's
like
it's all the same. It's all the same.
movable at
40,
this
40 and
right.
what? 43? What do you
43.
have him? Yeah,
43,
same.
whatever, it doesn't matter. But Heidi has Yehuda Gutman. I looking at it, like you think, wow, that's so low. I agree with you. If we're going off this season alone, which is what I said is the status of the list, he's injured now, and the team. He had a game where he took over, and these are guys who could win games. But yeah, I'm not totally against it, but I'd love to hear Heidi's take here because that's way lower than I think me or Baron have him.
It's not way lower than me. I
Really?
had him at 36. There's
Oh,
not a
fair.
crazy difference.
I don't know. I'm actually looking at it now. I'm not so sure why he's that low. Again, I got to see like who's higher than him. Yeah, I might put him ahead of Judah Klein, but Judah Klein went off on us, so I gotta have him ahead of him. But Gutman's, I'll say a similar sentiment to what I said about Moskovich. Given his skill level, the guy's like, Shaq a little bit, and he could dribble a little bit for his size. He could dribble, he could shoot a little bit. But he's not doing enough for what he should be doing, what you expect of him to be doing. I,
I
I mean,
hear
I
you.
do.
And now,
I got a disclaimer. I'm not seeing his stats this season. I didn't play against him this season, but I've played against him for years already. I know his game very well. I obviously don't guard him, but I feel he should be a 20-point scorer given his talent and his size, and he's not usually putting up 20 or close to that.
right, I get
So
it.
that's kind of why I have him lower.
I got Svi Modicin, 39. He's the point guard of the Knicks. He's having a good season. Baron has Adam Dietz. Heidi have Judah Klein. And then as we like scroll down, like we see more of the
I
then
think
we have
Judah. I
Modicin.
think he has Judah the lowest out of all of us. I mean, honestly,
No, we have Judah much
I
higher.
think I'm gonna move Judah up when we get to him, where I have him. I think I'm even gonna move him higher up. And this is I think the biggest difference between my list and Aaron's list.
I
So
have
this is like
Judah
Judah
Klein
Klein.
at
I got it.
21.
Yeah, where I got him. I got him 39. He was one of these very surprising guys. I've seen him once or twice before. We played him. He put up, I think, over 20 points. He shot like 80% from three, 75% from the field. The guy really was the MVP in our game. So I got him on the list, but it seemed to me just and I feel like a pretty good assessment just by watching guys. It seemed to me where it was like more of the exception than the rule, and I'm happy to stand corrected on that. I think you guys both know his game a little better than mine, but it didn't seem like I would be so scared at going back to what I said to guard him on any given play. Like he's not that skilled. He just somehow gets the ball in the bucket, which is at the end of the day
that,
what
and
you
he
need
keeps
to
doing
do.
it, and he
What's
keeps
his
doing
High
name?
skill
it.
level,
It's a consistent play though.
I guess,
He's
and I'll take
not
that.
someone
I'm
that
happy
you
to stand
look at
corrected.
that has the proverbial bag, right? That you're like, oh my God, look at that bag. But his juke right, go left, flip up hook, jump shot, bruising, rebounding. He's averaging 20 and 12, something like that.
He's
And
got the Dirk fade too.
he's got
The
the Dirk fade.
Dirk fade.
His team has not been beaten since he's come. They're undefeated since he started. He's their best. I have him ranked 21 in the league. I think he's playing like a prime Julius Randle, like the one who made all league
I'm
second
moving
team.
him to 19. Just saying.
19. Yeah, we can move Judah
19.
Klein up. He's a bad
I'm
boy.
moving
But
him to 19.
Obviously not on a relative scale, but it's a similar conversation to the conversation that happens with a guy like Jokic, where the guy like you watch him. If you take someone who never saw Jokic play and you watch him, you go, he shouldn't be scoring more than 10 points. The guy's awkward. He's got
he's just
no
fat. Yeah.
skill. He doesn't dunk. He can't do anything, but somehow he's a three-time MVP. That's just the kind of guy he is. He gets the ball in the bucket. He makes the right play. So I'll give him the credit, but he's not impressive from just a eyeball standpoint. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You don't
Yeah.
see a chassid with the beard and the peyote and think, and he has the cap and he wears the long sleeves and you think baller,
Right.
it's not what you're thinking. But if you look at his body, he's actually shredded down. He wears the long sleeves so you can't see it, but he's in great
Jack
shape.
sees his body pretty often, it seems.
I'm all about his body. I'm
You
eyeing it.
really are. You've
Oh,
said
I'm
multiple
obsessed.
times.
His body looks great. He looks like a basketballer. I'm all about it. I'm Judah Klein first team
Yeah.
All West this season. Benheim Modicin. I got Sam Benheim a little bit higher, do I? Or did I have him up here? No, I have him higher. I think he's really good. I think Sam Benheim, 6'5", 6'4", long arms, could block shots.
But he
He's
can't
like,
score is the problem.
right.
Or he lost a step though. The guy used to be much better. He lost a step.
Oh no,
That's why
you
I'm not
guys
putting
have
him a little
Benheim
bit
ahead of
lower. He's
me.
still good, right?
We have Ben Time right there. We both have Ben
Oh, we're
Time.
right here.
I mean he's a top defender, and I mean his offensive talent is that he can run the break and finish over smaller guys, but that's about it. I see
Right.
him at the line a lot. He gets fouled, then you see him at the line, but I don't see him hitting many shots. I don't see him like hitting tough, layups if it's not in transition. He doesn't really have a half court game. He's he's a Tony Allen, like that type of guy, but more of a stretch. So like a longer Tony Allen. So I figure out that comp, but still a great player, still a top 40 player. Just I wouldn't go much higher than that.
Yeah, fair enough. I think we all agree on that. Benjamin Bookbinder, Schmoozy, Rosen, Heidi has him. You've played against him. What's your take on Schmoozy?
That's like a kind of guy, right? I don't think he's putting up big numbers, and we played against him. He didn't put up big numbers on us, but the kind of guy I'm scared to guard, the kind of guy you can beat him by 2 steps and he'll still come with a chase down block on you. Obviously, he's got the best hops in the league. That's just a scary player, someone who's very impressive. Maybe the opposite conversation to a guy like who were we just saying, Klein, where maybe he's not putting the ball in the bucket as much as he should, but he's scary on any given play on both sides of the ball, including
He looks
rebounding,
the part.
passing.
Schmoozy looks the
Yeah,
part.
looks the part. Yeah,
I got
so
Evan
I like
Chesner,
that.
Yehuda Gutman, Benjamin Bookbinder. Evan, I think, is having a fire hot season. A Lou Williams type scorer. Baron has Gutman here. I
Finder?
have Gutman a little. What were we saying?
Who's Lou Williams?
Evan Chesner.
Chesney.
Yeah, good call. Makes sense.
Yeah, big time Lou Williams, kind of quick bucket, quick cross, great player. Benjamin Bookbinder looks like across the board. The Gutman Moskovich combo Baron has here. I got Ellie
I think
Litmack.
Bookbinder's having a nice season. He's having
He's
a
a
really
good
nice season.
player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's the
he
reason.
really
He's
is.
the reason why. He's the reason why they have a few wins. The Suns. He's playing really well and hitting some clutch shots. I don't know if you saw the last game, but he was hitting
I
some
don't know
clutch
why he's
shots.
not getting his credit. I think he's not as aggressive as he should be
I
for
know he
his
should.
skill.
Yeah,
He's a
should be.
top scorer in this league, given his size, his shooting, his driving, his blocking. The guy's like a Paul George, Kevin Durant kind of guy. Long.
I'll give him
He's a
give him a
but
Pascal
he's like a better
Siakam.
version of Josh Chestnut.
But
Yeah,
if he
that's a
was
good one.
Pascal
That's a good one.
Siakam.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
if he was Durant, he'd be top
Yeah.
10. We all have him about 35 to 37. That's a pretty consensus pick.
I'm comparing the
Like,
style of play. I know it's tough to put the skill level in relativism, but the style of play. I'm a big fan
yeah,
of Bookman. I know him since I'm 5 years old playing with him. I think he's really good. And I just guarded him last game. He's good.
yep, he's great. So we got 35, 35. Then we get the next guys: John Fuhrer, Moskovitz, Halpert and Chesner,
Oh, Kelson is low.
Alex
Kelson's
Carlson,
really low here.
Dan Israel. So we have Dan Israel around the same spot. We have Lipner around the same spot. Yeah, really low for Alex Kelson, Heidi, on one of the better players. And I have Avery Stepner here, which I guess do you guys have him higher than I do?
I have him higher.
I think I got him higher. He's my
got
former
him higher.
teammate. He's good and he's still young. He put on muscle. Yeah, I mean, just on
He's,
Alex
he's
Kelson,
looking good
I
this
hate
season.
been playing against Alex. Yeah, Jack, we beat him in 2 championships where I'm guarding him. I've guarded him over 10 games in my career, man to man. So it goes back to what I'm saying, that I'm not, he's the kind of guy where if you deny him and take the ball of him, he's first of all not going to fight for the ball. He's not going to run around the court trying to find a shot. And on ball, I mean, he's one of the best shooters, maybe top 5 shooter in the league. He's very scary, but if you take away that shot, I don't know how scary he is and quick he is off the dribble like that. I think he's 2 years past his prime, maybe 3 years over the hump a little bit.
He's also been facilitating really well.
He gets the ball,
Great
brings the
facilitator.
ball up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know how. I don't think he's an all-star on the defensive end. Amazing player to have, a top teammate for sure, knows the game very well, but not that scary, like I'm saying. Keep going back to that.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I'm sure he's going to hunt you now. Now you got a target
I'm
on your
happy
back. I
to.
wouldn't want to piss off Alex Kelson. I think
I've
he's
been
a
waiting for
stud.
him to give me a challenge.
Hmm.
I guarded him last game.
Heidi
He didn't
wants the
have me guard
smoke. He
for
wants it.
4 games.
He's going to give it to you.
Yeah, go for it.
Ari Halpert, Evan Chesner, Dan Israel. I got Dan Israel around the same thing. He's having a great season. Super athlete, great defender, great mid-range game. Maybe the best wing defender in the league. Up there, certainly up there. Ari Sklar seems to think so. I have him as a top 5 wing defender. Could use a little bit more weight to be a good post defender, but real surprise here. We both have him in the low 30s. Avi, I think he came up, but we'll get our combined
Who
list.
has in the low 30s?
Who are you talking
You
about?
did. You have Dan Israel yet?
I have him low 40s.
Low
I have
40s.
him
Yeah, he was up
41.
there. Yeah. So that's we are
I'm not
Jordan.
as high. I'm not as big of a believer in Mr. Israel as you, but I also didn't play that game live. I was watching
He
the whole time.
completely took away the drive. He made it really tough to put the ball on the floor. And
Right, he's a good defender, but is he a better defender than Sam Bentheim?
no, but he's a better shooter.
Quicker, fast,
He's a better
faster.
shooter. Yeah, he's a better shooter for sure. But
Um,
his main thing you're saying is defense, or he's also like a good scorer.
he could score. He could hit shots. He's a good shot maker,
Is he a
and if you
third
get,
option, a fourth option,
he's a great third option. He's a third
third
option for a team
option?
that's
Really?
5-1.
I don't think he's the third option.
His team is 6 and
Is
1, and
not
he's the
is
third option.
Ike, John, and
John hasn't played,
but John will be.
but
And
John
yeah, he did play
hasn't,
the
and
first
they
few games.
Baron, but they beat trash the first few games. They've beaten Blazers, Jazz, and took us to overtime without John, and Dan Izzo was the third option. Like they beat the Kings without Herman and without JJ. Great, congrats. They beat the
Mhm.
Spurs without Judah Klein. Great, congrats. Then they
Right.
had the
Okay.
Blazers, the Grizzly. They had the Blazers, the Jazz, and then us, which was a really good game.
All right, I
And I
see your
think
point.
and the
Okay.
T-Wolves. And those games were without John. And so
Okay, so
Dan
he's a third.
Izzo was
Fine.
the
So he's a third option.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Moving on. And Heidi has Max Rosenblum, which I have close to him. That also, I think that's a good pick. I have Yehuda Gutman, 30. So you guys had him closer to mid 40. I had him at 30. He could still win a game by himself. Health is a
But not.
factor.
But I think not every game. Like
Not
one
every
game
game.
or 2 games. So that's 30
No.
for you in 1 or 2 games.
I got 30. So tier 3 for me is can absolutely win a game on their own. A
Oh, there
game,
you
a
go. Okay.
singular
Yeah.
game.
That's
So I have
that's a
Yehuda
nice title
Gutman.
for you then.
Yeah, I got Yehuda Gutman. I got Max Rosenblum. I got Jacob Bergstein. I got Dave Moskovich. I got Mike Herman, Jordan Hone, Aaron Heller, Mason Wedgel, Isaac Schiffman, and Judah Klein. That's how I listed. But that's how I kind of ranked. I'm going to move it quicker here on tier 3 because I think it gets more interesting as we move. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if I need a guy to take over, like, I could look over my shoulder when we get to this ranking, right? I think this, for me at least, my list, and we're coming it, this is what makes sense to me, right? As we keep going on, if you would ask Hode, would you I trade Gutman for Max Rosenblum? He'd think about it, right? If we offered, we wouldn't trade Bergstein for the other two here, but if Moskovich got offered, maybe we think about it. And it moves on, it moves forward. And I think Herman, Herman's a staple. Jordan Hode, Aaron Heller. I think Heller's a little bit better. Mason Wedgel's having a great year. Schiffman and Judah Klein. Bear, why don't you go through your list and break it down why you have it the way you have it?
Give me 1 sec.
Or we go to Heidi. Hello?
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's go. Throw me my list for a minute.
You're on 30,
Where am I?
29.
Yeah, I got myself 30. I mean, I think I'm a guy who knows my role. I know that Isaac Schiffman, for example, on my team is a great scorer, whether I'm playing with Mikey Mitnick or I'm forgetting already. I play with some studs and I'm happy to take a number 2 spot. I can be a scorer. I can get to my shot if I want to, but mostly on the defensive end. If you can count on somebody to basically take out and completely handle so, the number one scorer on the opposite side. And especially, I've mentioned to you guys earlier, a league like this, you got one A1 scorer on every team. Sometimes you have two, and then you have a second scorer. You got two role players, and then you got three others. There's usually three tiers with two, and like three. That's kind of how it goes. And so if you could just take out one of the A1 scorer, one of the top two scorers, and hopefully rely on your team and everything else to fall into place, that's like invaluable. And there's not so many people who can do that. And I'll
I
say to
don't
myself that
disagree with
I
you.
can
It's
do
not a
that.
bad. So what's
And
your
so
take?
I'll take that.
No, that's a
Uh,
very fair point. What's your thing here on Heller over Lipner over Aaron Heller or Avery Stepner, R.A. Halpert
It's a
over
good
Aaron
question.
Heller, Justin Hood over Aaron Heller.
Well,
What's
Moshe, hold on. Moshe Heller's the better Heller. Am I
I
wrong?
agree. I'm not
He's
saying
much
that.
better. So I guess, yeah, I don't. Arnold's a little small. I tell you the truth. I should know his game a lot better, and I don't know his game that well. I could be mistaken, but a guy like Ellie Lipner can move, and he's got a big body. He gets a good position, and he can put the ball on the ground. That's just a hard guy to guard. Could put up 20 points just by 10 drives into the hoop. Get his own rebound a few times. Uh, yeah, Jordan Hood and Aaron Heller, very similar kind of players in my opinion. Maybe Aaron Heller better on the defensive end. Everything within 5 points. Jacob Bergstein, I actually don't know. Well, I kind of relied on both of your rankings. I put him there. I got to be honest with that one.
Yep.
R.A. Halpert. R.A. Halpert's also the kind of guy like I keep going back to the point where I don't think he's putting up the numbers that he should. But again, at any given play, he's got the full bag. He's like a Paul George. I made that reference to somebody else, but he's like a Paul George kind of player. Played YU. I got to give him his credit as always. Similar conversation to a guy like Justin Hode at number 23. Guy's got long arms. Always give him he took a step down, I'll tell you that. But on any given play, you give him the ball with 10 seconds left. I want to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible, get it to somebody else, even if he's quote unquote ranked higher on the list. I want the ball out of Justin Hode's hands. I want the ball out of R.A. Halpert's hands. They can make their own shot. They can hit the fadeaway. They can hit the spin move. They can put the ball on the ground. They got the bag. I like it. And on defensive end too. Avery Stepner, I got mad respect for him. I played with him 2 seasons ago. Maybe top 5 3-point shooter in the league. Definitely top 10. Defensive end, rebounder. He could use some help on the jumping, but who cares about that? That's about it. He's great. I love Avery Stepner. Shlomo Mizels don't know well, but I've watched a few of his games. I saw him hit like 6 straight threes one
He's
game.
shooting
That was
like
really cool. He's
55%
been
from
really
three and
good.
averaging 4.5 threes a game. He's really shooting the heck out of the ball, and he's
Yeah,
the
he really
engine on
is.
the best team in the league.
Yeah,
I think he's the engine. Tanya Angle isn't an offensive player, and Moskovich, we both all have ranked like somewhere between 28 and 34, which is still really good. But I have Mizell's pretty high right now. I think he's having a 6 season. I think he's doing great.
yeah. I give you that. He really is.
I'm gonna move to must-have tier two. Must-have first rounders, 20 to 11. Ellie Sudworth, Pacey Jacoby. I mean, I'm not. Sudworth has taken a little bit of a step back from last season, but he's still a great player. And the league got better, so I'm not gonna knock that. The only thing I'm gonna knock here, I'm gonna knock you, Baron, on this is I think David Katz at 26 is way too high. But way too low, yeah. But at the same time, like his team does have 3 losses. So if you want to use record to justify that, then I totally hear you. All right, anyway, Selworth, Pacey Jacoby. I got 19. We got Gabe Sklar. I have Gabe Sklar at 19. I think he's gonna make a team. Newcomer, rookie of the year,
What? I
honoree.
mean, you got it.
Yeah, you have him
What's
way
going on
higher.
here? Why is Gabe Sklar so low?
Well, I certainly don't have him as the second best player in the league. Well, I have him as the 19th best player in the league, as a must-have first rounder. Someone who could score. He's elite in the fast break. He's a great dribbler. I feel like once you start getting to the tens, like I think there are players that do what he does a little bit better. And I think, I think he's really good. But at the same time, I don't have him as the second best player in the league. I don't think so. I
What
just
doesn't he do? Guy's a big body. He's a matchup
shoot.
nightmare, I think.
He's an okay shooter. He's
Yeah,
he's not a he's 6'2". He's not really 6'5", 6'6". So it's not like he can't really guard a center. Like he can't guard Yoel Schreier, and he can't guard me. They had to go into zone. Okay, he's a good defender. He's a very good wing defender. But at 6'2", with the requisite skills, he's a great. I don't have him at number two. If Gabe Squad was 6'6", I would have him at number two. But I think at 6'2", I have him at number 19.
he
I
like
think there's just a
disguised
difference.
himself almost as like a 6'6" guy. The guy's getting up there for rebounds. He's at the
He's
rim.
rebounding, but again, he's not. It's not like he's blocking shot. He rebounds. He's a very good player. I don't have him at number
Yeah,
two.
yeah, and
Who?
when
Who?
he's at
Talking Max?
I'm
Sklar,
talking
we're
about
talking
Game
about
Spot.
Sklar.
Where have you been, Avi Baron?
Ryan woke up. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, God, it's got
Duty
to be a
calls.
dad. I was asking you about
Yeah.
Dubby Cats. Well, I got Gabe Sklar. I got Johnny Levine. I think he's still one of the best offensive players, and I have him over Sklar
Yeah,
because I think he's a better scorer, and I think that's Sklar's best attribute. Though Sklar's a much better defender, but Johnny could get hot to a level we could score 40, 50. I'm not sure Sklar's there. Kelson, I have at 17. You guys have Ari Mitnick. I have Ari Mitnick higher. I don't think Kelson's 34. I think he's 17. While Heidemann, you certainly match up really well with him. I think what he brings to the table as a leader, as a point guard, as a defender, and as a shooter is invaluable. I got Gabe Geller at 16. He could be higher, but Palo Alto, the best ability is availability. And then I got Pacey Jacoby, great guard, go both hands, attack the rim, finish at the basket. Maybe one of the most rounded games in the whole league. Like could really do it all. The only thing holding him back is size. Like again, if Pacey Jacoby was 6'4", he'd be a D1 college player. He'd be insane. I have Ari Mitnick at 14, having a bit of an off year in terms of record, but I think they'll be fine. Shlomo Mizels is 13. I have him ahead of the guards in Sudworth and Jacoby this season because he's playing better. And historically, he came off the bench last year. He's my leader for most improved. He could hit threes. He could pass the ball. Tarzik at 12 and number 11, I got David Katz. I'll let you guys break it down because I just talked a ton.
right, Abby.
Yeah. Where do you want me to start from 20?
Well,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got
I mean,
subwords there.
you
Yeah, I
got
got
Sudworth.
I got Subworth 20, which is lower than he's obviously been last year as the MVP, and a lot lower than what we thought he'd be coming into the season. I mean, we all thought he'd be a take over the game, um, do it all, score three levels guy who can make all his teammates better, and also a good defender. He is that, but he's also not hitting the shots like he did last season, and I think
Yeah,
that's a big issue.
fair.
Um, I mean, I played him in pickup, and I obviously has a ton of talent. I think the issue is he's like going at the rim without a game plan. I think he just goes at the rim strong, thinking that he's gonna either out muscle the defender, get a foul call, and he just doesn't have a game plan going up. And then a lot of times it's just not falling for him. And this team on paper looks great. They're just not getting. I mean, what are they, 3-3 now? So they kind of righted the ship a little bit. So I mean, maybe the 20 is a little low, but I'm fine with it here. I thought they would be more of a 5-2 team, and a little disappointing to me because they came in with a really nice squad around them, a lot of size. I mean, we had trouble without you playing them, and we almost had them without, I think, like a top three player in the league. So yeah, I think 20 is fine for him. Mike Herman, I actually am swapping him with Judah Klein. I like Mike Herman's game. I mean, we won a championship with Herman. It's a great shooter, great scorer. At his
Yeah.
age, still a great defender. Just the Kings aren't winning enough for me for them to have two first round guys. So I just have to move them lower. And I mean, even if they're like their top two guys by far, which they are, you would expect a team that had 2 1s to not be 1-6 and to have the point differential that they do.
Yeah.
So I need to move him down, unfortunately. and Judah Klein fits the bill here. Already spoke about him. Ari Mitnick, like you said, I mean, they're losing games. He's doing his thing that he does where he just gets to the paint or gets to the bucket and like stops on one foot until like the defender stops jumping and then he goes up and then he'll score most of the time or get the foul call, or he'll go up and get his own rebound and put it back in because he's stronger and he'll outmuscle you on the offensive board. So he does that a lot. He hits his mid range. He's really the same player as last season on a we thought was a very good team.
I think they've had the hardest schedule. They're going to
Hardest
be fun.
schedule, yeah, hardest schedule, which is the problem. So they're going to surprise some teams in the playoffs. Still would like them to win some games. You know, like, come on, what are they? Are they winless still?
Well,
Like,
no,
you'd
1-5. They won by
1-5.
one.
You would like them to
against-
win like 2 games. You know,
They're
Come on.
going to. They're going to
Okay.
go 2-5.
All right, so fine. Still a first round talent. Let's continue. Gabe Sklar, he's up there for most improved, up there for rookie of the year, whatever that award means. And he is someone that we heard a lot of good things about. We just didn't know he was going to be this good. I think a similar idea to Heidi, where, you know, are you scared of him or not? And I think we just played them so wrong. And if I was there coaching, I would have just said, let him shoot all day, because that's the one thing he doesn't have. He doesn't have a pull-up jumper at all. So I'm going to let him pull up, and I'm not going to let him do what he wants, which is drive and get past the defender and get in transition and get ahead of steam. Like, I'm not going to let him do that, because you know that's what he wants to do. And he's very good at that. So, I mean, he has that one weakness, and if we can exploit that, then we will. So, but we didn't. Kelson, I think, is right there. I think they do have 2 first rounders, just not 2 top first rounders, which is why they're not, you know, a favorited team. But they're in the mix. Kelson, we spoke about him. I think he's better than Heidi thinks he is. I think he's a better defender than we were talking about before. I think he's a plus defender. I think he's a really good shooter. We all agree with that. He's a great facilitator. Him and Moshe Kelson subbing for the Hodes make the Raptors a really scary team. So just think about that. And yeah, I think he deserves to be in the top 15. Geller, he's got the Heat at what is it, 4-2, 5-2, top of the league. I mean, they have a great team, but he's their
How many
he's
top
their
50
first
guys do they have?
I
Beanie and
think 4.
Rosenbluth,
I think
Stepner.
4,
Beanie
but
and
also they got
Rosenbluth,
2.
Stepner,
I think they have 2 close to the top 20. I got Max a little higher just because I think bigs come at a premium. So
Right.
I got Max higher up than you guys, but I think that's what makes them a complete team. I mean, they got the size in Max and Geller now. Geller,
And you also have Stepner at 24.
yeah. I mean, they got like all these guys who have size and shooting. Like Geller can shoot. He's more of a midi guy. Stepner from 3. I didn't know he was that good of a shooter, honestly. So he's higher up than I had him ranked beforehand. And then let's go down like Pacey Jacoby. You know, he's just a star point guard. Just Mr. Highlight Reel, as you said. If he was taller, he'd be number 1, but that's his one weakness. Heller, a top point guard. The only reason why I have Mizell's over him is because Mizell's, I feel, is a better on-ball shooter. He can get his shot better, and he'll score at a higher clip. Mizell's also, I feel like, is a little bit better of a facilitator. They're both very good. Mizell's playing really great. He's a little bigger. Tarzik. Oh no, we're at the top 10. So that's my
That's their squad.
22-11.
Heidi, you were pretty similar also, but you're actually a little bit different from us in a lot of these.
A little bit different.
You have
I'm
Yoni
out.
Drazen at 16. Me and Baron basically at the
That's
same
wild.
20.
Drazen at 16 is kind of wild when you see that the Timberwolves are 1-6 and are just a not scary team. We've
2-5.
like, but we've learned they're not a scary team. That's what we've learned. Like we thought they had it, And honestly, like they might, take this as a little chip on their shoulder come Monday. And I hope they do because I would love a competitive game. Um, but we just learned that offense is really important. And you draft defenders, you draft your cousins and your brothers and your uh, friends, and sometimes it works, but sometimes you need to draft more offense. And Yoni
Yeah,
Jason is a
listen.
very good offensive player, but he's not a top 20 offensive player.
I played against him. It could be. Listen, I saw him one time and I played against him. I guarded him for 30-40% of the game. And that's kind of been my primary benchmark against with these rankings. I spoke about him earlier. I'll just say again, between his footwork, his body work,
Oh, I
a
agree.
Jalen Brunson type of, incorporating that into your bag, using the Euro step and using the slow two steps, using his pivot, using both sides of the backboard, going reverse, pulling up for the mid range. He hit 2 threes against us. He could obviously hit that shot. I think he basically has it all. And if you put a faster guard on him, he's gonna body you. And if you put sort of a bigger guy on him, he's gonna kind of drive by you and
The
use
problem
fancier
is we have
footwork
we have
to
problem is we have Husky who's going to shut him down. That's the problem. That's
That's
just the
by the way,
problem. We
that's a
have
pretty good matchup. I mean, Drazen's got, maybe 3-4 inches, 3 inches on him, 4 inches on him. So it might prove if he gets position in the paint, it might be tough. But yeah, that you need like a buffer, taller guard to body him up and keep with
yeah.
him. And then yeah, maybe he won't be
Why
as
do you got
impressive.
Baynash at 19? The team's 4-2 and they're the 3 seed in the East. And
Okay, so
he's
I don't know
the best
Baynash,
player
and
by
I
far.
relied on you. I just don't know him, so I couldn't rank him that high, but I didn't want to put him that low. I don't know
Who'd you
him.
rely on?
I relied on both of your rankings, sort of,
I
and
have him very high though.
We have him very high.
I guess I just couldn't hold that. So take it with a grain of salt. He might be top three in the league for all I know. I really don't know him, and I had to put him top 20 for sure, but I couldn't put him
So I'm
top
going to
10
throw
because I
one
just
at
didn't know.
Baron. Baron, you have David Katz ranked, and you weren't here for when I asked the question, but you have him at 26. We both have him in the top 15.
Who?
Why do you see differently?
Um, Devin Katz is a very good player. I think when I was looking at the top 25 and guys who have over him, um, it's just more. I put a lot of emphasis on winning. I think they won some games. I think they're 3-3.
3-3, yeah.
But I
With a
think
really
I
good
think
team.
everyone that I took over is either their like go-to guy or a go-to guy. Devin Katz is more of an off-ball guy, and he'll affect the game, and you'll like he'll subtly affect the game, and you won't understand where it came from, and then that's there. Like he looks like he's not doing anything. He's more of that old guy that like I don't know if you saw this LeBron move one time where he's like huffing and puffing, and then all of a sudden he's blowing right past you. It's like kind of like that where
Yeah.
he's like lulling you to sleep, and then he'll do a backdoor cut. But if you're awake, he's not gonna out he's not going to outrun you. If you get in his face, he's not going to shoot over you so well. He's a player who will get you if you're napping, and he'll take advantage. And he's a very high IQ guy, and he's strong. So you need someone with a little bit of strength. So he's just someone that like he affects the game, but he's not like the go-to bucket getter
Right.
guy.
And
And
he has safety on his team.
everyone I have over him, I can give you a reason why I have over him. I think that's the reason why I have him 26.
Fair enough. I'm going to go to tier one. They also have Pacey and Bernstein, who are two additional top 50, and Malka, who's the bubble guy. So, like, yeah, I hear you. Top tier one, franchise cornerstones. These are guys I think if you have them, like you have a piece that could be a part of a contention. So I got Mo Heller. We got Yona Tarzik. We got Rafi Mitnick there. Rafi's having a great season, MVP year. They lost a couple, so he might not win it now, but he's certainly going to be first team. I got the biggest surprise of the season and the most improved for the West, in my opinion, is Yoel Schreier, because prior to the season, we looked at him as like the final pick of the first round of like yeah, he could be a first option. Right now, he's the MVP of the West at 5-1. Like very easily, you could vote for
Yeah.
him. He's playing amazing. You got Mo Heller, so hi to me, we're not so crazily different. We got Ari Sklar. I got Ari Sklar. Barron's got JJ Zackheim, and Heidi's got Tanya Angle. Um, and I'm not so different from Avi here. I got JJ Zackheim. We got Ari Sklar. So we that 7-8 range. Most of us got JJ. Heidi has Angle lower and then Barron and I. This one we got Reinhardt, and Johnny Levine. So I'll stop right here at 6 and ask Heidi his respect for Johnny Levine at number 6, where we have him. Would I have him? We both have him, I think, at 18. Heidi has him
I'll,
higher.
can I
Let's
tell you
just
my
hear it.
reason why I have him lower before he tells
Yeah,
you
I
his
want to
reason?
hear your reason lower.
I loved Johnny last season. I think he needs someone else with him, and that was proven this season where he doesn't really have a running mate. He's got, he's got Schmoozy, right? But he's not Schmoozy, not like more of a running mate. He's like a complementary piece. Same thing
Yeah.
as Sulemanov, another good complementary piece. He needs a Jack Terrell with him, and we see that he needs that bad, and that to me makes him closer to a second round than a clear cut first rounder. And he could take anyone one on one. Not saying he can't. He can.
Yeah.
And he's probably the best shooter in the league, top 5, if not the best.
Mhm.
He's just not able to lead a team to victories. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's shown. That's shown. When I saw this team, I matched up with them. I don't know the Levines well. We played them a few games ago. I was, after the first 10 minutes, I'm like, why is this team not like undefeated yet? They got athletes through the roof on this team. Everyone's sort of the same, like 6 foot range. Everyone could jump and dribble. Johnny Levine, I guarded it. So it's another example of a guy I have very limited long time exposure. Never played against him before this. But I guarded him basically for almost a full game, 75% of that game. A guy scored about 20 points, and if a guy scores 20 points on me and I'm guarding him most game, I give him his
Yeah.
credit because
You
I
can't
play
stop him on
100%.
offense.
No, you can't stop him one on one. You really can't.
No, I got to take the ball out of his hands, but that's also
Yeah.
where I give somebody tremendous respect. I'm a big off-ball defender because that's the best on-ball defense is denying the ball off-ball, and he's Steph Curry running around the court, running around trying to find his shot, get the ball, and then once he gets the ball in his hands, he dribbles and he's got the footwork. He's a little bit of a more athletic, skinnier, faster, taller version of Yoni Drazen. So he's got what Yoni Drazen has, but just better and skinnier and higher jumper, taller a little bit. He's a scary guy, a guy I wouldn't want to defend on ball with 10 seconds left to the game. I don't want that. So I got him pretty high.
Yeah, I only knock him because he's not a good defender. And if you look at this list, there's the secondary skills that each of these
Yeah.
guys do. So like Mo Heller, secondary skill, gets to the free throw line, steals, assists, right? Tarzik, point guard, right? Rafi Minik, rebounds, defense. Yoel Schral, rebounds. Ari Sklar, defense, offense. JJ could be a one has is he's not. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good
I feel like
argument.
no, the reason why I think JJ is different than Johnny, and even though he has a team that's not winning, obviously,
Well, JJ's
is
done.
what do you mean?
He's been successful as a number one guy.
Correct. And I think no matter what you throw at him, he's scoring 25. Like
Right, and
I
he's a
think
heliocentric guy where you need the
yeah.
right pieces, and you'll have a successful team. Which I don't know if we've seen it yet with Johnny as a heliocentric option.
Yeah.
Him as part of a system. He's like last year he was unbelievable. And even this year, but last year he was unbelievable. And I was playing with him every day, and he was just doing things on the basketball court that I have not
No,
seen.
it was insane.
I was like unbelievable. My jaw was on the floor. And so I'm not against it. 6, 18, whatever. It's not that bad. We both got Bane Ash. Heidi's got me. We got Rafi, Jack Reinhardt. Okay. I mean, not crazy. We got Ben Lulu, Yoel Schreier. So Heidi, you're giving him a lot of love for what he's doing this season. And well
Yeah,
deserved.
exactly. And
Tony
once again, a
Angle,
guy
myself.
who's shooting the three when he gets his position, he's a
Oh, Gabe
better lefty
Sklar. Wow.
version
So
of
that, yeah. And then JJ
oh,
Zach on number one. So a couple of questions here. I mean, we're all in the same boat here with who these guys are, right? You have Ben Lulu at 11, and we have him at 3, whatever, right? It's here or there. Like the margins are really thin once you get to this point. But
correct.
you got Gabe Sklar at 2 and JJ at 1. I think JJ is the best offensive player in the league. And he is his own offense, like we mentioned. But I think because of size and the fact that it has to be heliocentric for that team to be success, I can't, for that reason, can't put him at 1. But you have him at 1, Heidi. Let's hear it.
JJ is the scariest offensive player. You said it, scariest offensive player, and I'm not so sure. I mean, size excluded. Listen, I have a better chance of guarding JJ than I have at guarding you, but I'm not going to say that that necessarily means that you're better than JJ per se, just based on that metric. JJ is the scariest, pound for pound offensive player in the league, and I don't know how close it is. The 3-point shooting, the mid-range shooting, the dribbling, the finishing. He's getting offensive boards too, and let's not discount that, at least against our game. And I've won with him, I've won against him, I've lost against him. I have a lot of experience with JJ. I subbed on his team last week as well. A little too selfish, I would say, like a James Harden, especially with the lefty vibe, kind of reminds me of that, where, sometimes a little too good for his own good. Like wonderful if you're a top scorer in the league, but are you winning and making your team better? I'm not so sure. Maybe he could better operate with a number 2 guy. But I do not want the ball in his hands, as evidenced by the last game. That was a crazy shot. He's putting up 25 points a game no matter what. And I just think that skill level, he can work on his passing. That's the one area I will, as I just said, definitely get on his case for. I think he's a solid defender. I would like to see him step up more on the assignment and have more of a Kobe mentality, that he's like, I can match my offensive prowess with my defensive prowess, but he takes a step back, and I don't like that attitude. But I think it's the raw skill is still there for him. And I'm scared to guard him. I'm scared to guard him.
So you're saying the offensive prowess supersedes some of these other holes that you were pointing out?
Yeah, some of the other deficiencies, I think
So what?
Yeah, and
what's
taking
so wait, I want to
out.
know I want to know the thoughts with Sklar too.
Yeah. Well, JJ,
That's
we
high.
can't argue. Yeah, it's high.
I touched on it
Ridiculous
before.
high.
First of all, he hit a game winner against us, and it was a 3-point shot, and it was not a transition drive. It was a 3-point shot, and
Oh
my
yeah.
hand was
Okay.
on his face, and that was the only points at the very last second. I guarded him second half because he put up, I don't know, somewhere probably over 15 points first half, and then I guarded him second half. He barely touched the ball because I denied him, and then he finally scored his only point second half with the game-winning 3 in the last second. So he can shoot the 3 relative to the rest of his skill. Yeah, it's not his top skill at all, but he can
So
shoot the
you
3,
have
and you
him at
don't want
number
to just
2,
leave
and
him
you held
open.
him to 2 points in the
Hold on.
second
Number
half.
2, and he hit one shot. I'm very
In the
confused.
second half?
Well, he has,
I
again,
can't
because
I can't have him
off-ball
at
defense
2.
is the best on-ball defense. I
I
give
know,
myself
Heidi,
more
you're
credit
a
for that
great
than him.
defender, but you're saying that he's number 2 and he had 3, and then just argued it by saying against you he had 2 points in the second half. It's not a number 2 player. I like him. He's
That's
top
true.
20. He's top
Listen,
15.
and that was because of his attitude. He didn't fight for the ball as much. Just like a guy like, where do I have Jack Reinhardt? I got him number 4. Jack Reinhardt as well. He barely scored against us because he didn't fight for the ball. And I don't like that attitude, but I'm not going to take that away from the raw skill that he has. Same with JJ. Deny him the ball, he's not going to fight. He's not going to run around the court. He'll hang around the top of the key.
Who is fighting?
These
Who is
guys,
fighting?
no, he was not fighting, which is why
No, I'm
he
saying
didn't score.
who is? I want to know who is. Who's fighting?
Who did I say? Johnny Levine, bro. Johnny Levine racing around the court, didn't stop. He's got a nonstop
Mhm.
engine. That's a guy. And I give him credit for that. There's not a lot of guys who have that heart and that hustle and that determination to get the ball and be the player when they're being all guarded up in their grill like that, which is why I love playing that defense. It makes it easier for myself. But Gabe Sklar, you get him on the drive, he's impossible to stop. He can pull. I disagree with you. He can pull up for the mid range. It's not his best skill. It's not what he's going to be known for, but he can pull up for it. Don't take that away from him. Same thing with the 3-point shooting, his defense. But really, it's his play around the rim and for his size. Similar conversation to JJ, who's much smaller than him. They're both further size. They're at the rim, the offensive boards, the putbacks in the paint. They're both there, and I
Isn't
gotta
he
give him
big?
credit.
Isn't he like 6'2"?
He
He's
is,
6'10".
yeah. He was
He's a big
dumping. He
boy.
was getting rebounds over Jack, bro. Sorry, Jack. He was getting a few rebounds over you.
I had
Jack's
21
lazy. That's
rebounds
different.
that game.
Jack's very lazy. So that's a different story.
Guys, you can hate on me for that game. I did the stats. I had 18 points, 21 rebounds, and 8 assists. If I had it, and Heidi, you had a good game that game. If we had a third guy who did anything on the offensive end, we win that game. And these rankings are different. I mean, if he is the second best player, as well, and I'll do his stats after this game. But I'm getting these ranks as having a lazy, awful, pathetic game, and then the stats were 18 points, 21 rebounds, 8 assists, 4 blocks, and 2 steals. And that was a lazy game. That was pathetic. And then the next week was a great game, and it was 32-13, 5 and 3. So we're talking about a
That
different
shows you what it should have been.
stratosphere. So
Uh,
yeah, well, I'm not here to toot my own horn because I don't care, and I am better than Gabe Sklar. That's fine, but
I think Jack. I think maybe if you passed it to Wallfish, it would have been a little different.
I did. He went 2
uh,
for 12.
No,
I don't know what you want me to do.
the last
not a
shot.
shooter.
He was shooting poorly. He was off. He hit a big shot there
He
down
hit
the
a big
stretch.
shot.
The
He hit a
the
big
move
shot.
was to throw it to Heidi in the corner. That's where I made the mistake. Heidi was wide open in the corner, and I
Heidi
threw
was
to the
open.
wrong corner. I threw to someone who
Yeah.
had hit 3 threes in Winters. Winter had 3 threes
Yeah.
that game, and so I threw it there. Just he had hit him, and then he shot faked, and he should have just dribbled to the side and pulled with the exact game
Yeah.
winner that Jack Reinhardt had in that same spot 2 weeks later. When instead of shot faking, dribble and pull, he shot fake and jumped. Ref's not going to give it to you. So I mean, like
Mhm.
you gave Sklar credit, but if the credit's going to be based on that one-on-one matchup, he lost the matchup. He
No,
won
don't
the
put too
game.
much stock into that. It's not just against you. I played against him 3 times this season already, somehow.
He's a good
The guy,
player.
and I
I'm not
watched
going to
3 times.
deny it. I'm not here to hate on Gabe Sklar. I just like to
If
talk
I'm a
on who we're
captain, I
ranking.
might be taking him top 5. I mean,
Yeah, you could go ahead and hear it. So here's the definitive, and this has to do with
Top five. Wow.
we got it to do with community top 50. So we were 1, 2, and 5. I'm obviously going to pick myself 1. If I'm in the vicinity of top 7,
is
I'm
this?
picking myself 1. So this is
Definitive
the
community.
rankings of. So we do the average and then divide it by 3. So then the lower score is better. So the definitive community top 50 average ranking. So myself, we got Angle at 2. So Tiny Angle, undefeated so far in TABC. I don't think that could be beaten. I would have been fine with him being ranked 1 over me.
I'm hoping it can be beaten.
I know. I mean, you can't. He could be
Oh,
number
you're
1.
saying,
Tiny,
I got you.
number 1. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
he's
got
undefeated. He's not an offensive threat so much. That's why I put myself over him. But if you want to put him over me, I'm all for it. That's fine.
you
Angle,
got to give it to him until he loses. That's
yeah.
fine.
agreed. I agree.
He's a stud. He's a stud. He's Bill Russell right now. He's the Bill Russell of
Yeah,
the league. If you took
for
Russell
sure.
over, he's awesome. Ben Lulu number 3. They lost Dube, and so they're struggling a little bit, but they lost one of the best players. But he's unbelievable, and I think this is someone, Heidi, maybe you haven't seen a lot of. And he's one of the better offensive weapons. Step back. He's got size. He's about 6'3", 6'4". Great shooter, great scoring. I think he's leading the league in scoring. Stud.
Mhm.
Rafi Mitnick is number 4 on that Celtics team. One of the best, probably maybe the best defender, being that he guard 1 through 5. Like he guard Mo Heller and Yehuda Gutman. So like nobody else can do that. At 6, we won championships with him, Heidi, and we won one where he was like the man during the playoffs. Like he was the best
Yeah.
player in those playoffs and was huge. So he has that. Jack Reinhardt, number 5. We all have him in the same range here, 6, 6, and 4, pretty easy. And Yoel Schreier, number 6, having a great season. And we talked about the Rabbi. Like when we did the scout, we were like, we got to take out the Rabbi. We got Ari Sklar, number 7. I'm sorry, this thing got messed up here. Oh, we got JJ Zackheim is here. Sorry, this thing got messed up. Sorry. Jack Trout number Angle. Reinhardt is 3. JJ Zackheim is number 4. Then number 1 pick. Helping. There's no issues for me. I played with him in a 3-on-3 tournament. He's an amazing offensive player, and he gets hot. Like forget about it. Ari Sklar 8. Hillel Banash we have him at number 9. The number 19 kind of hurts him. We both have him at 5. Mo
I know,
Heller
and
at
I
10.
apologize. If Banash is listening, I just don't know you, and if my ranking hurts you here, so I'm sorry, but I just don't know him. So.
Yeah, the ranking knocks him there.
He's
Mo
coming for you.
Heller at
Now he's
10.
coming for you. It's too late.
I hope you don't play him
Show
in the
me, please,
playoffs because
show me.
you're
I
gonna
mean,
probably
show
bark.
me. Listen, I hope the other guys we actually do know and rank low come for me, but a guy I don't know and just put somewhere in the top 20 out, don't come after me. I don't know you yet.
Yeah, that's right. He's a good player. He's a good kid. He's not going to take it personally. Mo Heller at 10. We have 10, 9, and 12. That's a fair ranking. Karzik at 11. Great dribbler, great step back, reigning finals MVP. One of the better shooters in the league, and obviously is the best player on a contender, which is the Spurs. Wouldn't be surprised if they're in the finals again. Gabe Sklar, we talked about Levine. Talked about Mizell's if it at 14. Ari Mitnick at 15. He's great. Pacey Jacoby at 16, Gabe Geller at 17, David Katz at 18, Ellie Sedgwick 19, and Mason Wedgel at 20. This is a really good top 20. Like, I'm not upset at
Yeah.
all at these combinations. I think I really
Guys,
like.
on a subject, on a Sudworth versus Harzik conversation, who's the
Yeah.
better player? Who are you drafting first?
So we all
Drafting
have
Tarzan.
Tarzik higher. And I
Right,
think the
yeah.
reason is because Tarzik could do both, which is like he could play pure point guard and run an offense and be the guy that scores. I think Sogwarts last season, I've said over and over again, was the best player in the league and could have played at YU and gotten minutes. And I think like he got married. Like Barron said, the moves are still there, but the shot's just a little shorter. But look, he went from number one to top 5 to top 20, and it's not the big deal. He could come back next year and be top 5 again. It's just
Yeah.
it is what it is. Like
I guarded both of them. I mean, granted, Sudworth, I was a sub against him, but I had a much harder time against Sudworth. Broad shoulders, rebounder, footwork, a
yeah,
little bit better than Tarzik. Look, Tarzik's
I hear that.
smoother, purer, but Sudworth's just grittier, tougher, thicker.
Yeah. You could
But,
definitely put Sudworth over Tarzik, and I wouldn't be against that. Like, I think the margins between 11
all the
and
yeah,
20 are really thin. Like, if you were to say Mason Wedgel's better than Ari Mitnick, you're not dying
right.
here. You're like, everyone's really tight. You had Levine at 6. We pushed back, but we weren't like, you're crazy. But here we are. I think, record has to do with it. Tarzik's team is doing really well, and he's their best player, and they've been undefeated ever since Judah Klein came. And Tarzik has a good team with Benjamin
I
Bookbinder
don't
and
know.
Gutenberg, and they got 4 or 5 losses, something like that. So you got to look into it. Can absolutely win a game on their own. Isaac Schiffman, I fully believe that. Alex Kelson, it's Schiffman gets a jump, and Kelson gets creamed by Heidemann's 34 ranking. Like I think we both have him up there, but that's the way it goes. Bergstein at 23. I think he plays like your brother, Aaron, with an offensive game. That's what Jacob Bergstein plays like.
It's
He's
actually a
like your
great
brother.
call.
Yeah, he plays like Donnie with like
But he's a
handles.
hitter, no? I mean, I have limited. I saw him play from the sidelines one game for like one half, even not even. So I don't have much, but he's like a center. He's a 5, isn't he?
No, he's
No,
a wing.
no, he's a guard.
Berg,
He's a
we're talking
guard.
about Bergstein?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shoot, I'm confusing with someone else. Okay, my bad. So then you gotta sort of ignore my ranking. But I don't hurt him. I got him same spot you guys have him
Yeah,
basically.
that's fine.
Arnold Heller,
Yeah, I don't know
24.
him.
That works out. It's good. Avery Stabner, 25. One of the best 3-and-D guys in the league. Toffee's having a good season. His
Yeah.
team's doing really well. Mike Herman, 26. Kind of his rankings are all over the place. Can we get a consensus on where we land? I guess 26.
I like 26. I mean, I'm closer in the low 20s than 19. So I think 26 makes sense.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
you
he's
just take
he's
away a
always,
shot and there's nothing else doing.
he's always been around here, like a low second round type of guy. So it kind of makes sense where he is. That's like more upper second round.
And by the way, I think he is playing with the best captain he could possibly play with, which is a guy like JJ, to take all the attention and just hit Mike Herman for no
Yeah.
shot. That's the reason why they beat us, by the way, is only because he went 7 for 9 or something from 3. Like, but if he's a little cold, then all of a sudden he's not top 50 anymore. He's not much else he's doing. He's not rebounding. He's not really defending. He's not driving. He's not doing much else. but he's an
He's
excellent.
He's driving a bit. He's been driving a bit this season.
Okay.
We got Max.
I think mid to low 20s, and it's fine.
Max Rosenblum is 27. He's got a great post game. He's probably the best post up player right now in the game. He's huge in person. Holy crap, is he big? Like I gotta hit the gym.
I think
I'm
that's
gonna go.
what I thought Bernstein was. I think I confused him with Rosenblum.
Rosenblum's a big boy. Judah
Yeah,
Klein, 21-22, 19-22, and gets hurt by the Heidemann 39. But it's all right. Hitting neither here nor there. We got Jordan Hode with 25 at 29. We both have him around that range. R.A. Halpert at 30. Oh, Jordan Hode, point guard, having a rough season. I think it hurts him that I think he didn't make a decision on what did he wanted to do with who he was drafting. Like he didn't decide if he wanted to go all skill or all nepo. He kind of mixed it, and it didn't really work out. Like he got the first 3 rounds was him, Gutman, and his brother, and then the rest was like his boys. So it
Not
didn't work
working
out.
out.
Gutman got hurt.
Not working out, to say the least.
Not working out. Gutman got hurt. Doesn't help. Ellie Lipner, 31. Great 3-and-D guy. Great wing cutter. All that is always a good leader. John Fuhrer, 32. We all have him in this spot. Dave Moskovich is pretty polarizing, but we have him he's ranked at 33. I think he's like really hard to guard. And even if he misses layups from time to time, which he does at a clip that's surprising, he gets layups. So like in basketball,
yeah.
you want to get good shots, and he gets good shots. Like he's getting layups. So I'd rather that than a guy who's like, oh, we can get to the mid range anytime. I don't really want the mid range. Give me a layup, right? So he gets to the layups, he gets the free throw, and he rebounds and he blocks shots. So he's even and he's really hard to guard. He's super strong. Dan Israel, 34. Having a great year. We talked about him. Yehuda Gutman, 35. Could do it all. Dancer's feet with a behemoth's body. We got Benjamin Bookbinder, 36. We talked about him. Evan Chesner, 37. Yoni Drazen, 38. I didn't have him ranked, and Avim had him at 50. But that 16 ranking jumps him into this top 50, has him at the 38th best player. And you know what? He probably is the 38th best player. So I think I'm happy that Heidemann his ranking is going to move him in.
I mean, he's ahead of everybody else on the list. Who's after him?
Sam Benheim and Svi Modichin, 39 and 40. We got then Gene Martinez, Aaron Heidemann, which I could argue is higher. Heidi, I think it's higher, but we got to take the 0 and 6 into account. Adam Dietz, Justin Hode moves into 44 with the 23 ranking. I think Justin Hode, like historically, is an all-time great. I mean, he won YU a championship, right? He had 6 for 6 in the finals. He played with me in college. When we had to play him in the Zion playoffs a couple years ago, Heidi, he was giving us problems, right? Just hasn't been it this season.
Not locked in. Not locked in.
He's got Revel Wealth Management. He's got a kid. I don't blame him. There's a lot of other things that are more important. It's fine. Smoozy Rosen, 45. Jacob Bedian, 46. I could probably flip that, honestly. Ike Pariser, 47. Matt Reinhardt, 48. Josh Chesner, 49. And Zach Klesnik gets into it because of my 41 ranking. Yeah, he makes it. The guys who missed it are Josh Klein, Avi Burstein, and Burry Klein.
Burstein missed it. Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Doesn't help that Heidi doesn't know him.
Sorry.
Oh, a fun tidbit.
Fun tidbits. Who cares about me? The closest rate was Jack Reinhardt and JJ Zackheim tied at 5-3-3. Reinhardt wins the tiebreak because his lowest placement was 6th, while Zackheim's lowest was 8th.
Fun.
Most consistent elite player was Arish Sklar, who was ranked 8th, 7th, and 7th. His ballots were separated by only one position. Two different worlds. Gabriel Sklar ranked 19th and 16th and 2nd, making him one of the most polarizing elite players. He still finished 12th overall. This is consistent. Strongest top 2 agreements is Jack and Avi both ranked Benlulu 3rd, Rafi Mitnick 4th, and Hillel Banash 5th. Reinhardt 6th and Yoel 9th. We see eye to eye on that. Aaron's biggest influence. Aaron's high rankings puts JJ to 4th, Levine to 13th, and Wedgel to 20th. Yoni Drazen to 38th, and Justin Ho to 44th. So Heidi's coming in, swinging the list. I don't mind it. Three-way deadlock. Arnold Heller, Avery Stepter, Mike Herman all average 26.67. Heller wins the first tiebreak because his lowest ranking was 29. Better than Avery's 32nd and Michael's 35th. Most unanimous player outside the star was Bookbinder, 37th, 35th, and 36th. Harshest penalty was Klesnik was 41st on my ballot, but unranked. He narrowly secured it, and the most brutal cut was Burry Klein, who made all of our lists at around 50.
Oh, that's so rough.
But because of the Klesnik pick and the Drazen pick, he
Hilarious.
gets moved out.
That's
But
funny.
I don't think either team would trade Klesnik or Drazen for Burry Klein. Or Burry might even, if Burry was the captain, if Burry Klein had a clone running his team, he would trade himself for Klesnik or Drazen. He would think about it at least.
I would trade Burry Klein for Drizzen in a heartbeat. Burry Klein is Draymond Green. I mean, he's a glue, he's a defender, he's a rebounder, but he's not winning you games.
Yeah. This is fun. You guys,
Yeah.
are we ready? You
Yeah,
guys want to
good
stick
stuff.
around for voting? Hello?
For voting, you sticking around?
What are we voting for?
Okay, so this is part
What are we
two. So
voting
a new thing for the league is the fan zone. You could vote. You select 3 players per conference, 5 players per conference. Most
Are we
improved
voting right
rookie of
now?
the year. I'm going to vote for mine, and I'm going to utilize you guys to vote it. So
Okay.
let's do no one co MVP. So I already got my first one here. I have Tiny Angle #1. Do you guys need to see the standings first? Does that work for you?
No, I'm good.
Nah, it's okay. Let's try to do it quickly. Let's go through it.
So, do you guys have any problem with Tony Angle at #1? So, what you could do is you
No,
could
I
type
like
the name in
Tony.
the search, and you get Rafi Mitnick here. Angle. Ugh. Tony Angle. Good. Good. Selected Rafi Mitnick. And then player #3. I mean, it's hard to pick someone on the Heat because they haven't really been there, right?
Can you pick yourself or no? You're not allowed to pick yourself.
I'm not in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, fair.
Tony Angle. I'm going to pick Shlomo Mizels at #3.
I like it. But you just lost everything else.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this whole thing. Here we go.
Oh,
Good.
we're back.
Almost
We're
done.
back.
So Western Conference player #1, because I'm disgusting, I'm going to select myself #1 as the MVP.
Do
I'm going to do me.
you?
Screw it. But I'm going to pick Rabbi Yosef Schreier. Do you guys have any issues here
Yellow.
with any of these picks?
Nah,
No,
Schreier's
somebody
good.
good. Joel, yeah.
I'm going to pick Yoel Schreier #2. And you know, we've been talking about him a lot. Over Ari Sklar, I'm going to pick Gabe
we're
Sklar
going.
#3.
Oh wow, we're going
You've
Sklar.
got me on the Gabe
I
Sklar
approve.
thing. I'm kind of in on it. Submit.
Wow.
Any arguments here?
Yeah, I probably would pick someone else as #3.
All right, who would you take?
Um,
Jack Reinhardt? You'd probably take Jack, right?
I would take Jack. I would take Ari Sklar. I would take Tarzik.
No, not over Judah Klein. In fact, that's going to
Yeah,
be number.
maybe Judah Klein.
That's going to be 3 for me.
As MVP, we're talking.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
undefeated since he's joined their team.
Fair.
That's going to be my no one co MVP votes. Okay. I'm doing this so people could see how to vote. And now we got most improved player. So for the East, they made it hard here. I gotta select that at everybody. That's really
everyone.
annoying.
What do you mean? No, it's everyone of the East. Yeah. So let's look at standings.
This one is easy.
I'm pulling up the standings.
No, this one's Shlomo Mizels. He went from off the bench last year. He's an MVP, and he's my 3rd MVP vote out of the East, and he came off the bench.
I'm gonna one up you that I got Rafi Mitnick.
I can't because he won a championship as the best player on the team a bunch of years
Yeah.
ago. So I got to go. That's where I'm gonna go.
Fine. Fine.
I'm gonna take.
You know what? I'm gonna jump. You guys know this a little bit better than I do. I give you your respect.
All right.
Heidi,
Peace. Good
thanks for
work.
coming on,
Good work.
brother.
I appreciate you having me. I'm
Cheers.
happy to share my piece. I just want to say, I hope no one got insulted by this. A lot of guys I don't know. I just take it much more on a personal level. Who I guarded, who I played against, who I watched personally. That's how I
Yeah, if you get
see it.
offended by this, there's bigger things in
No
life.
one's getting offended, man. No one's getting
All right,
offended.
good. Yeah, thanks, guys. And Avi and Jack, you guys are great. Thanks for always doing this every week. You guys are awesome.
You're the
Of
man.
course, Hattie.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
these are
Bye.
my picks for most improved. I got Shlomo Myself and Yoel Schreier.
Yoel Schreier on the West. I don't know if I
Yeah,
like that. He was pretty solid last season.
he's the
Um,
MVP.
I
He might
like
be the MVP
I
this
like
season.
Judah Klein over that. Um, let me look who else. I like Judah Klein, honestly. I really like Judah Klein there.
You know what? Not a bad pick. I already submitted it, so I stink. I gotta wait, but you
Okay.
can submit it. Rookie of the year. All right, this one is. We got
There's a
the
lot of
East.
options.
So the West is either Ari Sklar or Gabe Sklar.
I go Ari over Gabe.
Okay, I'm gonna match you there. I agree with you too. And the East. Who did we say we liked in the East?
I
Oh,
like
this one's easy.
Baynash. I like
It's been
Baynash.
Lulu.
What about Baynash?
We both have been Lulu above Baynash.
I know, but it's more because he's like all they got, you know? He's all they got. Baynash, I think, is making his team better and he's winning. I
All
mean,
right,
Bucks are 3-3, Hawks are 4-2. They both have pretty similar point differential. It's not like
I'm going
crazy.
Baynash.
It's not crazy to go either way. So I'll say
I'm gonna go
that.
Ben Lulu.
It's not crazy to go either way.
I'm gonna go Ben Lulu here. Make sure it's the right one. Is that the right one? Yeah.
Yeah, Natano.
Okay. Defensive first team. All right, I'm
That's a
gonna go
lot of
West first.
picks.
Well, the first one I'm picking is easy.
Pisky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kings, Suns, Suns. Where's
Pisky, Dan
Warriors?
Israel.
Yeah, yeah. He's who Bernstein, Daniel Israel, the Grizz.
You putting I mean you gotta put someone from Timberwolves. You like Sam Bentheim?
Yep, Sam Benheim is exactly who I'm going for.
You can put Heidi there or no?
No, I'll tell you why. I think
He
he's a
did
great
just bounce,
defender,
but
but
you can say whatever you want.
they're 0-6 and they have the worst. They've given up the most points as a team. He's
They've
not
given
making
up a
my
lot of
first team.
points. You putting Burry Klein? You putting
No,
Bergstein?
no, I can't have two on our team.
Yeah. Also, he
I need
just
a big
bounced for
here.
3 weeks. You
I need a
putting you
big.
putting Reinhardt?
Yeah. That's an easy one.
You need a big. Isn't Burry a big?
I guess I'm going Burry Klein.
Yeah.
I gotta go Burry.
I mean, you can go Gardenberg, but I'd probably rather Burry.
Nah, I'm gonna go Burry.
Or you can go like Charlie. You can go both Bentimes.
Yeah,
Or you
I
could
got my.
go like dark horse. You can go Gutman. Itai Gutman's been pretty good defensively,
He's
but
been
I
good,
mean,
but I had a really good game
but
against him, so I can't give it to him.
yeah, but he has been good. I'll give him
Oh
some
man,
credit.
I don't know anybody out of the East.
I know
Rafi
these
Mitnick,
guys. I mean, what about Tani Angle?
right? Tony Angle's
You
defensive
got to
player of
throw
the year, so
Tani
that's
Angle there.
easy.
Mitnick for sure. Anyone on the Heat? It's good defense. I mean, they've given up 331. That's like kind of low, so they've been pretty solid. Jakey, no. Rosenblum, or we already have bigs.
This thing is giving me problems already.
We got to get Levy on here.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. They don't want any anything. Well, I'm trying to pick Rafi Mitnick, dude. There he is. Perfect. Here we go.
Oh,
He.
Burstein. Burstein's a great defender.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
solid option. I think you
I'm
gotta
gonna
go
go
first team here.
Sylphin.
Sylphin on the Heat. That's a good pick. He's a good
They got to
defender.
get somebody,
Yeah, they should get somebody. Yeah, I agree.
and give me Adam Dietz.
I don't know if I like that pick, but it's your submission.
Nolan Benamy. Give me that.
And Benemy for sure more than Dietz on the Hawks. He's probably
Maybe
the defensive
Benamy.
anchor. I mean, honestly, I like Bane Ash as defender, but that's just me. Do you have a guard defender there? Yeah, you
Nope. Let's
do.
get Banash.
They go Bane Ash.
He's having a good year. I'm taking Sylphin out. I'm gonna go with Chaim Marcus.
Where?
There you go.
You go Marcus.
Yeah, put in Marcus.
All right. They've given up 366.
Yeah, defensive player of the year. This one's easy. Angle should win it again.
Yeah. It's East and West, right? Still?
Yeah. Rafi Mitnick. And who else did I have here?
I mean, the Hawks have been the best defensive team in the
So
East.
Nolan
They won
Benamy.
by
It's gonna be
points.
third. So Benamy will be third. I think he's a great anchor. I think for the West, I'm choosing Hiskiyahu Bernstein, number one.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, dude,
That's
not
a
even
spicy,
close.
that's a spicy pick.
Yeah, that's my guy right there.
I like it.
I'm gonna go Dan Israel, number two. I'll go Jack Reinhardt, number three. Yeah. Keep it moving, glue guy. Oh, three guys. It's starting to get
Three
late here.
guys. Yeah, it's a lot of guys.
I'm
We're
gonna pick my
going.
boy Avi Barry, number one.
I'm the glue. That's all. That's all
You
I
are
do.
the glue.
I'm just gluing things together all
I'm
day.
gonna pick Burry Klein, number two. Glue guy award. I'll pick Matt Reinhardt. I'm gonna pick
Is
Benjamin
this
Bookbinder.
both divisions?
This is just West.
Oh, it's just West.
I'm gonna give Itai Gutman here. I like what he's doing.
As
I
as
think
a
he's a
glue
great glue.
guy,
He's a glue guy.
he's
He just does
how's
the
he
other thing.
gluing the Kings together?
Because they don't have any rebounding, and he rebounds decently. And I
All right,
think, yeah, I don't know.
fine. Yeah, whatever you want to do. It's 12:20. Do whatever you want.
Moving it. Eastern. I'm going to take Alex Ben Ramon,
Okay, I've never seen him play, but that's fine.
Daniel Malka. I can't have two Cavs.
Two on the Cavs.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Nolan Block.
What about the glue guy from last year, Ian Bromberg?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Give
What
me,
about what about
give me
Papa
Avery
Dietz? What
Stabner,
about what
dude.
about Papa Dietz?
Oh,
Can you
dude,
give me
great
can you give me
call.
some Papa Dietz?
Great call.
Come on.
Yeah, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's insane.
My favorite player.
I know. Where is he?
Which Dietz is it?
I think it's Jack.
Yeah, Jack seems like
Jack
a
is
Papa.
it's an older
It's
name
an
than
older name.
Josh. Yeah. It's a more
Yeah.
sophisticated name than Josh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Play of the year.
Play of the year.
Dude, I don't know. Jack Terrell's dunk. Well, that wasn't real.
I'm part of that play, so I'm down. That was my full court pass.
Okay, we got everything. Dude, we did it.
Nice.
So that's how you do it. It's not so hard. You can get in. You could also do a fantasy league. You know, this is my team. There's a couple of teams that are doing it. And you could also predict winners. And if you want
I
to
think the
bet,
predicting winners is fun.
huh?
I think the predicting winners is fun because it's like the most accurate, you know?
Yeah. And if you want to make a bet, you could bet with Jacked Up Sportsbook. We're Sportsbook. We decided to do
We
it.
need a website though.
Yeah,
We're a
there's a whole lot of
sponsor. We're a
stuff.
sponsor of TABC Summer League, but we don't have a website.
Yeah, this was brought to you by Noah and Co. It's the best place for
Did
office
you give the
supplies.
tagline? Did you give the
Yeah,
tagline?
I'll read it right now.
Okay, yeah, let's get in there.
There we go. We're good to go.
How do we do on the picks this week? Did I win?
I'm not sure.
I gotta check. I gotta check how we
The
did.
2026 TABC League is sponsored by Noah and Co. Noah and Co. Midtown office space experts representing growing businesses. You know your business, they know Midtown office space. Follow them on Instagram, Noah Office Space, and LinkedIn at Noah and Co. Guys, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Next week we'll be doing playoff predictions. We'll be having a lot of fun.
Oh, I don't know who won. We gotta
All
figure
right,
it out.
peace.
Peace, Jack.